Would you like to know the pros and cons of living in Florida? Well, I can't wait to tell you what my top 5 pros and cons are, and we're going to start right now. Hello and welcome back. I'm Maria Wells, broker owner of Lifestyle Realty Group on the Treasure Coast of Florida. And before we get started, please hit the subscribe button so you'll get my weekly videos. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Also, there's information linked below in case you're thinking of relocating to Florida. So let's start with my top 5 pros. Number 5 are theme parks. We have so many theme parks: Disney World, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Universal, Islands of Adventure, Busch Gardens, Legoland. There are so many to name. And there's something for kids of all ages. And for some of you, it may only be a day trip depending on where you're located, because most of those are centrally located within Florida. Number 4 is our location. We are surrounded by water. We have the Atlantic Ocean on one side, the Gulf of Mexico on the west side. We have lakes, rivers, lagoons, intracoastal. So there's something for everyone. And if you love water, boating, we've got it all. Boats big and small, jet ski, paddle boats, float on the lazy river, go to the ocean and enjoy just laying in the sun, having the salt air hit your face, or just floating and just riding those waves as you come in. And fishing, we have from deep sea fishing, where you can get those really big fish, all the way to doing flatboat fishing and fishing for tarpon on the inland waters. Number 3, golfing, tennis, and spring training. If you're a golfer, you put those clubs into the car or load them onto the plane and come and enjoy so many of our world-class golf courses around the state. Tennis, you can pretty much pick up a game anywhere. And if you happen to be here during the winter months and you enjoy baseball, we have many teams that come here and do their training, such as the Atlanta Braves, the Baltimore Orioles, the Boston Red Sox, the Detroit Tigers, and the Houston Astros. Number 2 is our weather. It's beautiful most of the time. For 7 months out of the year, it's usually very beautiful, which is November to May. June through October, it gets a little hot, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And my number 1 pro for living in Florida is the economic standing in Florida. We are a triple rated state, which means our credit worthiness is the best it can get. We have no state income tax, low property taxes, and low sales tax. So let's move into the cons. Number 5 of my cons is yard work. Yes, we have yard work 12 months a year. Of course, that's better than shoveling snow, right? But that means in the summer months, you're having to take care of your yard once a week, and in the winter, it slows down to about once a month. But that includes having to trim trees, make sure they all look nice and green like this, hedges. So there's a little bit more work in living in Florida if you have a home that has a yard. But we also have plenty of homes that are maintenance free, and the Homeowners Association includes doing all that for you. So number 4 are the drivers. Yes, the drivers. People come from all over the country here, and they bring their driving habits with them. Now, sometimes it can get a little scary out there watching the way everybody sort of mingles in, but we love having our tourists, but the driving can get a bit scary. So number 3 is the crowding in season. Now, as I just said, we love our tourists, but there are a few little disadvantages if you live here year round. Your favorite restaurants get a little more crowded, or things to do or places to go, and the roads. But it's okay, because you know what? That passes too. We love what they bring for economic stimulus to the state. So just something worth mentioning, just in case you were thinking about that. Number 2 of the cons would be that I hear all the time: what about the bugs, the snakes, and the alligators? Well, Yes, there's bugs, but it's not like they're all over the place. You get a pest control service and it really keeps them at bay. Sometimes in the evening, just like anywhere, you might get mosquitoes, but many counties spray for them. Alligators, all right. Do you see any alligators like walking around here? No, they usually are in the water. Now, sometimes on the news, you'll see that some big alligator got into a pool, but it's really not a concern. And snakes, I hate snakes. But I've been told that they're more afraid of me than I am of them, and so they'll stay away. But I really don't want to tempt that same. But I'm just telling you, take it all away. Even though we put this as a con, you're not going to see many. And my number one con of living in Florida is the sun and the heat. Now, it's a pro when you enjoy going to the beach and in the winter months, but in the summer it gets really hot. The days are about 95, 96 degrees, which means the temperature is really over 100 degrees. So you always have to make sure you wear sunscreen, something, to protect yourself from that. And either you stay in the air conditioning or you float in your pool or you just sort of hibernate during those really hot months. But those are my top 5 pros and cons of living in Florida. I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit the subscribe button so you can watch my next video. Until then, see you later.